Hello, and thank you so much for joining us for this edition of Reporter's Notebook. For those of you who have not watched Reporter's Notebook before, it's where we get a chance to sit down with some of our reporters at the end of the day and get a little deeper into the stories that they covered for the day, go a little behind the scenes, and just kind of talk about the daily life of a reporter here at That On Your Side. So today we are joined by Amber Joseph here in the digital studio.
Hi, Emily.
Hi, Amber. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Middle of the week, almost there to Friday, you know. So Amber is one of our reporters, and she is also one of our anchors as well. So Amber, talk to us a little bit about how you got into doing both of those, and what days of the week how you kind of switch those out throughout the week.
Yeah, so starting out my career, I only did reporting and just other behind the scenes work, producing, and I came here to WNCT with the offer for anchoring and reporting, and it's pretty amazing. I get kind of both sides of the spectrum when it comes to being on the desk and out in the field, and I love it because I feel like I can connect with the viewers in totally different ways. So out in the field, I see a lot of viewers in person, and on the anchoring desk, I feel like I know my viewers are watching, and they DM me and say things. So yeah, it's pretty cool to do both.
That's really awesome. That's a great way to put it. You get, encouraged from both sides when you go out in the field, and then to have people sitting down and know that they're watching you, that's really awesome. And we love the support of our viewers and our friends on this channel. So that's really great. So talk to me a little bit about the story that you covered today. I know that this is a story that you had looked into previously, you had done previously, and this is kind of a follow-up today on that story. So talk to me a little bit about, a couple months back or a couple weeks back when you did this, what it started out as and what it's become now.
Yeah, so throughout the pandemic, I've done several unemployment stories with different people talking about their issues with actually filing. A lot of them waiting 1 month, 2 months just to get their unemployment benefits. So I spoke with this woman. She waited about a month once everything set in and the shutdown happened to get her benefits. And now I kind of talked to her about those enhanced federal benefits that will be ending this week. So that extra $600 a week, people will no longer be getting soon.
Right. So how is that impacting her? I mean, I'm sure it's impacting, it is impacting a lot of people. This is now ending towards the end of this week. And, a lot of lawmakers are looking into keeping the unemployment benefits possibly, but maybe reducing it from $600 to $200 a week. And, that's still a difficult living wage. There's still a lot of people unemployed right now, still a lot of people out of work. So what does that mean for this woman? What are her concerns right now with this, the end of the week coming up?
Yeah, her name is Ashley Dodge. She's a substitute teacher in Johnston County, and it was honestly shocking because she told me when she was working as a substitute teacher, she was making $80 a day. And now from state unemployment help, she gets $72 a week. And she has a family, she has extended family that she has to help take care of. So she told me, that extra $600 from federal unemployment help really did help, and she really needed it. She's really upset that it is being taken away, but she definitely does understand that's a lot to provide for people, and she knows some people honestly may be taking advantage of that. A lot of people with that unemployment help are making more on unemployment than they would at work. But for her and many other people, it's necessary. People really need that. So, for her, she's kind of hoping that they'll release a new stimulus payment, that would really help her and her family out. And, going through all this, she's joined this Facebook group. It's called North Carolina Unemployment, and it's really cool. There's a lot of stories, a lot of people going through a lot of tough stuff, but I think it's cool that they unite and they help each other, and they're like, hey, you can call this person, you can email this person, hey, this is where I'm at with my filing, this is what you should do to get through it. So that's really helped her through her tough time.
That's awesome. And what was the name of that Facebook page again?
It is called North Carolina Unemployment. So it's a private group. There's more than 8,000 people in that group. And, I've joined it just to connect with people there and see, about their experiences. And many people, it's open for everyone. You just have to answer a few questions and, you'll be added.
That's awesome. And especially with this coming up at the end of the week, the benefits ending, I'm sure that's a great resource, a great tool for a lot of people who have been relying on unemployment and who really need it. So that's a great tool. Like Amber was just saying, you can go to NC Unemployment. That's the Facebook page?
Yeah. Okay. North Carolina Unemployment.
North Carolina Unemployment. So definitely, if this is something that is weighing heavily on you and, you know, you've really been relying and benefiting from these unemployment checks, definitely go on this page. I'm sure you could find some really awesome and helpful resources as well. So, you know, Amber, what's next with this? What's the next step that we look at for this?
Yeah, so like you said, Republicans in Congress are proposing a short-term extension of the unemployment bonus, but instead of $600 a week, it would be $200 a week, which honestly is just not helpful to a lot of people in their opinions. And then Democrats in Congress are pushing for an extension of that extra unemployment benefit through the end of the year. So they're kind of fighting over that to see which will happen. And then also yesterday in Governor Cooper's press briefing, his administration, you know, he sees the issues. He sees that people, you know, still need to pay rent and utilities, and a lot of people are still out of work. So his administration, they're working on a plan to help people, you know, still pay for their rent and utilities with the federal expanded unemployment ending at the end of the week. So it's definitely a story that I'll be continuing to follow up with. And yeah, also I checked in with another man that I did a story with. He waited about 2 months to get his unemployment, and thankfully, you know, he got approved last Friday, and he's supposed to be getting his card in the mail soon, and he'll be going back to work next week. So
oh, that's great. It's good to hear those positive stories like that. You know, I don't know if you remember, I did a story back maybe over a month ago or so about.
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
with the tent. Yeah.
There was a family who a wife and her husband and their 3 dogs who had been waiting for months. Since March they filed for unemployment, or it might actually, I think, beginning of April, and they still had not gotten any of their unemployment benefits. They were both laid off from work due to the pandemic, and they ended up living in a tent for over a week. And you know, I check back in with them. I, you know, go on their social media pages to make sure everything's good, and they are, you know, doing great right now. They're not both back at work yet, but they have finally received their unemployment, so they have somewhere to stay. They're dry, they're safe, you know. They have food in their bellies now, which is super important. But, you know, at the end of this week, right, that's another family that's losing out on some of this really needed money. That is definitely one of the things, you know, Democrats and Republicans, lawmakers are really struggling to find the balance right now. That's their biggest issue. They both definitely, you know, on both sides, they've definitely agreed another stimulus package is what the country needs. They're definitely looking at keeping it at $1,200 for families, for a household, and then they're looking at money for dependents as well. But their biggest struggle right now is, the unemployment benefits. They just can't agree on it. And this week, there was another, push, another proposal out from Republicans on how to move forward with this. So this is just a process, and, hopefully we can get something figured out.
Right. It's a process. And Ashley told me, it's easy to get discouraged. This is people's lives, people's health that we're talking about. And, she said through the group and through other people that she's talked to, she wants everyone to know that's going through the same struggles to keep pushing, no matter what roadblocks you go into, keep pushing, and you'll get somewhere,
Exactly. And thank you so much, Amber, for talking to me about this. This is a very important topic right now, especially with this coming up at the end of the week. We definitely need to raise awareness for this for a lot of people who might not even know that it's happening. And, with the Facebook page you said, that's going to, I'm sure, bring a lot of help to a lot of people just to have someone else to talk to going through the same situation, have those resources and tools at their disposal. So, WNCT is going to continue to track these stories for you guys. We're going to continue to keep you updated on all of the latest proposals and laws that are being passed in regards to having a second stimulus package and what that means for all of you. So thank you so much for joining us for this edition of Reporter's Notebook. Amber, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your night.